Hey y'all, it's your girl Show, and today I'm filming a get ready with me. So before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram too. Okay. So yeah, today I am filming a get ready with me, a chit chat get ready with me. I'm gonna do my makeup because in about 2 hours I'm meeting somebody for dinner. So yeah, I just wanted to do my makeup and talk to y'all. And I literally have so many topics, so let's hope I can get to all of everything. And I even have some like notes that I had made like from a long time ago. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video really quick. I don't know really how it's gonna turn out low-key because the lighting is kind of like, I don't know, because my light is not charged. I put it on top of the camera, try to turn it on. Baby, she wouldn't go on. I was like, wow, but you know, the show must go on. Like, I didn't want to not do this, so let's do it. Yeah, let's get to it because time's ticking. So I'm gonna start off, hopefully I'm in focus. I'm gonna go ahead and take some Milk Hydro Grip Primer on my face because we need to be moisturized. Yeah, I'm gonna just let that get a little tacky. Okay, so the first topic that I would like to get into, also brows are already did because y'all already know my struggles with doing my brows, but the first topic with the dating stuff. Should I start with dating? I feel like I'm gonna save dating for last because that could take me forever to get through, for real. So let's start with the gym. I wanna start with the gym because as y'all know, in my last vlog that y'all will see, that will be the video before this, I was saying, oh yeah, I'm getting my gains back. So I've been really excited about that. But I was actually talking to Nia yesterday and I was telling her about how I've been kind of struggling at the gym a little bit because what I have realized is that I feel like I'm not really pushing myself as hard as I can. And she was saying about, is this the right shade? This is not the right shade. This was about to have me really yellow. Yeah, she was basically saying to me, she feels that way too. But basically, yeah, I feel like have not been able to really push myself at the gym as much as I really want to. And I don't know what that's about. I feel like it's just, as soon as my legs start shaking or as soon as I start feeling like a little tired, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if I can do this. Like I will literally stop and kind of pause on the set, and then you're not gonna have growth if you don't really just, you know, fully get through the workout. So I mean, at least I realized that, and I'm trying to like, you know, work on that so that I can have more muscle growth because the girl is trying to get thick. Like I've been trying to get thick for how long, and it's literally taking so long for this to happen for me, and I really hate that. So I don't know, I'm literally just taking some concealer around my mouth because I have like some, what would you call that, hyperpigmentation by the corners of my mouth, and I really hate that for myself. So kind of just like, you know, take that away. But yeah, but at least I realized it, and I'm trying my best to really work through it because I really do want to have muscle growth. I want to be bigger, and I really was bigger at one point. Like last summer, I feel like that was like the biggest I was, but I feel like even before that, I also had another time when I was like doing my gym shit, and I was like actually like, you know, I was like, to me, like bigger. Like right now, I feel like I'm like average size, but I'm trying to exceed that, and it's going to take pushing myself past my limit mentally. It's like physically, it's like, okay, I can't do it, but like mentally, if you can tell yourself something, you can make yourself do it. So it's like getting myself past that mental point. So that's what I'm trying to, you know, move past or whatever. Oh no, this is not staying. What is going on? It's like patchy. No, I don't know what's happening. This is not coming out right. Okay, but moving on, I'm just gonna try to redo the concealer again. But speaking of the gym, me and Nia also talked about like having a sesh together. So either she's gonna come to my gym or I'm gonna go to her gym and we're gonna train together. And if we do that, I'm definitely gonna vlog that because that'll be so fun. Because, you know, she was saying when you train with other people, you may be able to push yourself more, which I believe, because when I'm by myself and I'm tired, like I'll stop, like I'll wait. But if I'm training with her and she's like, no, like Shoshana, like you have to keep going, of course I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna be like, I'm not a bitch, I'm gonna do this set. But honestly, I don't know what's happening. Like this makeup is not turning out right, and I just cannot, because the brows wasn't even bad. Like the brows didn't turn out bad. So I'm just like, why on earth would my concealer be trying to play with me right now? Moving on. Okay, I gotta like check everything off as I do it so I can make sure like I'm staying on track. So okay, the next thing I want to talk about is my next hairstyle, because I've been seeing a lot of girls like doing bobs. I don't know, I just been seeing girls with bobs, and I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I might need to do that, because first of all, y'all know my hair struggles. Like my hair is usually the longest in the back, right? And then the front never grows. Like the top will literally be stuck like here. It never gets like to down here. So if I get a bob, then I don't have to worry about that imbalance in my hair length, because then everything will be one length. Like it'll be stuck like here. So I'm thinking about that. I hope I'm in focus. Like, I don't know, this thing feels like it just looks like it's moving around. I'm just like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm thinking my next hairstyle is gonna be a bob, and especially since the hairstylist that I was going to, I've only been to her twice, but the reason why I hadn't been able to get back to her is because she stopped taking clients, because I think she kind of just took like a little hiatus. But she posted that she's, you know, back in business. I really don't know what happened right here. Like, this is crazy. Like, do y'all see that? It's like it's like that whole part's missing, but I gotta keep going. Time is of the essence, literally. If I go back to her, I'll be so excited because I actually do need to get a trim as well. So yeah, I'm taking the hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer by ColourPop. Is this ColourPop? Yes, ColourPop. And I'm doing that with a brush because with the beauty blender, I just don't know. Like, sometimes I just don't know. And I know y'all just saw me put concealer first, but this is kind of just like a topper so that everything can kind of just come together, and I'm gonna like highlight and all that other stuff. Again, I also need to wash these brushes high key because I just know when I come home, well, I'm gonna take my makeup off regardless, but every time I wear makeup, I literally get a pimple, and I'm just like, it's time to wash these daggone brushes. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that, I kind of just topped. No. Oh my gosh. The person who I'm meeting wants to reschedule for tomorrow, but I can't do tomorrow because I have my meeting with my supervisor. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So, oop, what's going on? I hate when, you know, when you accidentally hit the microphone in the text messages and then you start talking and it starts, well, maybe y'all don't know. If y'all don't talk out loud to yourself, y'all probably don't know. But yeah, I literally just started talking and it picked up everything I said. But anywho, yeah, so my next hairstyle is definitely gonna be a bob when I decide to, like, you know, just wear my real hair. It's crazy because my hair's grown a lot, so it's like, do I really want to cut my hair? Do I? I don't know. We'll see. But I really am leaning toward that. Next, I have to talk about the dating stuff because the other kind of things that I wanted to discuss kind of lead into that altogether because they're all related. The stuff that I want to talk about when it comes to dating is like, what do my notes say? It says, dating multiple people versus one person at a time. And like, y'all, I know what I said. I know what I said then, but this is now. This is now. And it's just like, I don't even know why I try to play these games with myself because it's like, I really do know myself. Like, nobody's gonna know me better than I know myself. Like, I know what kind of person I am. I know what kind of woman I am. And, you know, props to you if you're the type of person that can entertain many people at one time. Like, congratulations. But it's not me, and I don't have to be that person. Like, I don't know why I keep trying to be that person. I think it's because my therapist literally said, yeah, you should really try to date multiple people, never put all your eggs in one basket type stuff. And like, while I can see why somebody would say that, at a certain point, you gotta realize as people that you can't possibly be taking multiple people serious. Like, it's not possible. You can't take multiple people serious. Like, how are you gonna do that? You're one person. How are you gonna take 5 people serious if you're dating 5 different people? Like, I don't know. I mean, do what y'all want to do always, but I know me, and like, it's just not gonna work. And like, I've even talked to my aunt about this, and she was telling me like, you know, Sho, like, this is just who you are. Like, it's fine, because she was telling me how she was when she was younger and like dating, and she was like, she really never really liked a boy until it was a reason to like him. And like, I totally get that. And I'm not saying I'm committing myself to a guy just because I like him. I'm just saying, like, if I caught feelings for him, I'm kind of like, I really want to see where he goes, because, you know, like, that would be nice. But my aunt told me she would like not really catch feelings for any type of guy unless he really proved himself as somebody who she should have feelings for, is what she was saying to me, which I get. But baby, like, I did tell y'all, like, I do feel every emotion very intensely. So when I feel like I like somebody, oh my gosh, that feeling for me is so intense. Like, I literally start feeling damn, am I going too much with the concealer? Let me see. I don't feel like it looks bad though. Like, I feel like y'all know what I do at the end before I even finish the video. Like, I'll go away and like really assess and try to fix it. But yeah, I think we're doing well, and we're doing good on time too. Cause I mean, I'm still going out, like, period. I'm still going out. I'll just make this a solo date. Okay, I think I'm getting an eye booger. Let me get rid of that. But Freak, I forgot what I was saying though. Oh yeah, I was saying how I feel every emotion like very intensely, and I really do. And when I like somebody, I really start like kind of losing my footing, like my ground. And that's why I need to use like my avoidant tendencies to my advantage to separate myself from that situation so that I can really assess and like get over the feelings so that I can be a logical person and then move with sense. Like if a nigga's not texting me and I've asked him a question and he's literally ignoring me, I shouldn't be like glossing over that, you know, as soon as he texts me back and then it's moved on to something else. Like, oh, I'm just happy because he texted me back. Like, no. Like, I should really be looking at him like, who do you think you are? Because you're not going to just ignore me. Like, that's called gaslighting, baby. Like, and that's been my biggest pet peeve when it comes to like talking to niggas, is because that's gaslighting. Now, in certain situations more recently, I kind of just removed myself from thinking about, you know, them ignoring me or like, you know, just not getting an answer from something that I've said. Because if you say something and somebody doesn't answer it, they saw it, they don't want to answer you, so you can't force them to answer it, or they just don't care. Like, they just don't care. So it's just like, if they don't care, I definitely don't care. But if this is somebody that was gonna take this somewhere, they wouldn't be doing that. So it's kind of just like it's just like a little check mark on my little box, like, okay, you've done that, that's noted. So stay on your toes, bitch. Stay on your toes. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my under eye, because if I don't set this, it's already starting to look crazy. So I'm setting her. I'm taking my Laura Mercier setting powder. And you know what I really need to do is, oh, did I not bring it over here? I need to get a powder puff. Okay, so yeah, I really need to get a powder puff. Now, I have one from Fenty, but it's literally like, it's a square shape, and I really need to get one that's like a triangle, because, you know, the girls have really been saying like, this is really it. I can't get into the crack and the crevice of my eye right now, so I'm gonna have to redo that. But moving on, back to what I was saying though, I can't date multiple people at one time, and nor do I want to date multiple people at one time, because baby, let me tell y'all, I really have to be honest about this, because I don't know how the niggas do it. Like, I don't know how the niggas actually do this shit, and it's like easy for them, or maybe it's not easy for them. Maybe they just don't care, and it's just like, because they're men, like this is in them to kind of like juggle things in that way. Like, I don't know, like one of y'all would have to let me know, leave a comment, say something. But pretty much, let me tell y'all what was happening when I was talking to all these niggas, and it wasn't even a lot of niggas. Like, I could be frank on here because I don't even talk to not one of them at this point. Like, just keep it a beam. And I'm actually feeling a lot better about that, because it was overwhelming. But so in total, well, in terms of like who I met and like talked to, it was only 4 guys, and I was literally losing it. Like, it was kind of a lot for me. It was kind of a lot to keep up with. I can't even talk. It was kind of a lot to keep up with these niggas, I'm not gonna lie. And then I say I would stop saying niggas. It was kind of a lot to keep up with all these men, I'm not gonna hold y'all, because when I tell y'all, I was literally like trying to remember, like, what did I tell each of them? Not saying I said anything to get me caught up, but I'm just like, and that was throwing me off, because there were times when I'm just like, I really thought I said this to them. Like, I don't want to keep repeating myself in like a way that's like, damn, like, can she stop telling me the same thing over and over again? You feel me? That's what was throwing me off. So there was that. And then it's just like the idea that once I like somebody, I don't even care who else has anything to say. All of y'all can go kick a rock. I don't care about y'all. I care about him. Get out of here. Scoot. No, that literally sounds so mean. But I'm just saying, like, when you have it in your head that there's only one person you want to get to know, fuck everybody else. Y'all can really just go. Just go. Because at this point, y'all getting on my nerves. Like, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. And then it don't even make sense, because when you really singularly focus on that one person, and then the feelings aren't even fully there, it's not fully mutual, and that person's no longer even talking to you, you're really like, damn, like, it's lonely out here in this world for real. Like, not really, but it's like, damn, like, my phone's back to being dry and everything. But I'm used to that anyway, so it never really bothered me. But I was just like, damn, like, I guess it is just what it is. But it really is okay though, because where's my other brush? I need to get my other brush. Where is it? Oh, here it is. No, but it's literally fine though, because I'm the kind of person where I don't want to waste anybody's time. So like, if I'm not feeling you, you're gonna know that based on the fact that I'm not even communicating with you anymore. Like, it's It's over. It's a done deal. And that's how it is for the men. Like, if I'm not hearing from these people, it's over because they're not interested enough to want to keep talking to me. And like, I'm not gonna lie, that's how it is for me as a woman as well. Like, if I don't feel like this is gonna yield me to what I want it to yield me, I'm not putting one drop of anything in it. Like, you can bet that. So right now I'm just taking a little bit of bronzer. Is this bronzer? Yeah. And I'm literally like yelling in this apartment. I know my neighbors are like, who does she talk to? Like, there's nobody responding to her. Like, who is that? I just know they do. And like, to be honest with you, the walls are kind of thin because sometimes I be hearing them too. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, I'm just not a date multiple people at once. And honestly, you just gotta do what works for you. Like, that works for me. And what I'm gonna also add to on that topic is that in the next whatever, literally, whoever that person is, I'm literally saying like, I don't date multiple people at once. If you do, that's fine. But if you want to talk to me, it's literally going to be us together trying to figure this out, or you just can't have access to me. And it's not like oh, she's trying to make me commit to her. It's not even that. It's like, if you're actually trying to get to a point where you can call somebody your boyfriend or your girlfriend, then you would actually have to invest in that area and see what happens. Like, you just have to take that risk. And if somebody's not willing to do that, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we could try it for a couple months. If it don't work, it don't work, and then I'll find somebody else to try it with again. But like, I really cannot try to balance that again because I'm just too complex of a person. Like, it's just not gonna work for me. And I'm not just coming to terms with that, but it's like, I've already known this and I don't know why I try to fight this. I'm gonna do what works for me. So that's all I can say. And if that person that I've decided to have this arrangement with, when it's just us, and if they decide to step out and, you know, do some bullshit on the side, you know, talking to another girl or whatever the case may be, it may hurt. Like, I don't know, I gotta go through it to know. But the truth is always gonna come out regardless. And so long as, if I know I was doing what I needed to do to make this work and like put in my half, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm always gonna be good regardless. So that's just what I gotta tell myself. And like I was saying before, like, it's okay to lose. It's okay to lose. Thank you. Okay, so I've already talked about that. So let me just move on. Next, oh, this is about to be funny. This is about to be really funny. So my next topic is the niggas that wanna lie about their height on a dating app. Now, I'm 5'7", like, I'm literally 5'7", and I know I'm 5'7" because when I used to work at Home Depot, we had yardsticks that were attached to the wall that went all the way up to like 20 feet tall. Yeah, so I know what 5'8" is, and I know what 5'9" and 5'10" and 5'11" and 6 foot and 6'3". I know what all those heights look like because I have met men that have varied in those heights, and I know what 5'3" is on a nigga too. Yeah. But anyways, I'm not even making sense right now. I need to, and there go the eye doing that thing again. I'm trying to mattify my eyebrow. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So yeah, niggas really still be lying about their height on these dating apps because I met a guy and I had a date with him and he lied about his height. And you know, that can be seen as trivial for some people, but for me, it really kind of was a big deal because I don't date men shorter than me anyways, because for me personally, I need a man with some height on him. Because one of my other things is I like to wear heels. Like, I'm a heels girl. You know, going back to the guy that I met, and no shade to him, it was just really funny that he was saying like, oh yeah, like if you were taller than me, like I wasn't gonna like that or anything like that. And I was just like, but you're not taller than me. I mean, he may be like 1 inch taller than me. Anyways, what I'm saying is when a nigga says he's 5'11", he's really 5'8". That's what I'm saying. If he says he's 5'10", he's my height, and you know, so on and so forth. Like, that's just that on that. And it was just funny because on that date, he was really like, he doesn't like when girls are taller than him. But it's like, if you don't like when girls are taller than you, stop lying about your height, because the truth is always going to come to light on a date anyway. Like, women love wearing heels. I don't think every woman loves wearing heels, but I love wearing heels, and I'm gonna wear heels on a date unless we're doing something that doesn't require me to be like really dressed up and stuff. But yeah, I'm just like, the lying about the height really is so annoying to me. And like, one time I was literally catfished. Like, I'ma really just go quickly into that little story. A long time ago, you know, I got catfished by a guy actually, but he was actually really nice, so I was able to kind of like almost see through it, but in the greater scheme of things, it wasn't gonna go anywhere because he was literally 5'3". I went on a date with a man that was 5'3". And you know, I didn't even have on heels at that time. I wasn't really wearing heels at that time. This never fails. Like, this never fails. But I don't feel like we're doing bad right now. I do feel like I need to buff some eyeshadow in my eyelid right now. So I'm going to try to do that because I've really been talking a lot and I still haven't gotten to the real meat and potatoes of this video. For real, for real. So the next topic is my dating anxiety. So I don't know about y'all, but like, as somebody that already has anxiety, I have dating anxiety. And the dating anxiety is really just like when you start, you know, interacting with all these people and like, you know, texting, you know, having phone calls and like even seeing these people, going on dates with them, it starts to really trigger me because I start getting really in my head. And it's crazy because like on my own, like by myself, when I'm not interacting with people, like I feel like okay, but it's like as soon as I have to interact with people, and mostly the opposite sex for me, a lot of my anxiety is about dating though. Like I start feeling like I don't know what to do, like for real. Because in certain situations, like in the past where like I would like somebody, you know, at that time, like before I knew anything about anything, like when ignorance was really bliss, when I was just really being my actual true self. And I didn't really think about, oh, I have to be a different person because they might not really, like, I don't know how to really say it, but it's like that like aha moment effect where like once you know something you kind of can't go back. So anyways, in those situations where I'm trying to say whatever, it's like when I was really being myself and it was like I wasn't getting accepted by people the way I would have liked to, I started to feel like I was doing something wrong. And it's not even that anybody really told me anything either, but I just was kind of just like not happy with my experiences and how I felt, and I was like, maybe I need to do something different so that I can feel different about those situations, because I felt like I would be so like just being a doormat, people pleasing, all of that kind of stuff. And at the time I didn't even know I was really people pleasing. I really felt like I was being a genuine person and kind and like just being like a sweet girl, and you know, the girl that's supposed to be like a wife to a boy, because as women we literally are indoctrinated from a young age to believe you have to be everything and more for like a man, when honestly you just need to be yourself. And if you need to be extra, you need to decide if you want to do that, not because you feel like you have to do it. And I don't know if I'm even making sense, but ew, my face is starting to itch. What the hell? But yeah, I really did stop overextending myself to men after a certain point, because I was just like, this is not even getting me anywhere. And you know, there comes a point in time where like you really just have to be a kind person just to be kind, but you don't have to be a doormat. Anywho, what am I even trying to get at? I feel like I'm just so bad at explaining stuff. Like I'd be all over the place. It's been 24 minutes and I'm not done talking about everything. But yeah, with the dating anxiety, I'm not gonna hold you. Like it's really once the feelings start to enter and I'm starting to feel like fight or flight. I'm starting to feel like, oh, like how do I explain this? It's like, okay, so how do I say this? Okay, so in the beginning, when I'm first newly talking to people, I literally do not have a care in the world about them. Like I literally don't care about how long it takes me to respond to them. Not that I'm deliberately waiting to text them back, but like I don't even think about, oh, am I taking too long to respond? Like who cares? I'm busy, like I'm doing stuff. I got a life too. I'm not thinking about anything if they're taking long to respond to me. But it's like once that switch goes off in my head, I like them, or like I've caught feelings or something, that's when the anxiety comes, because it triggers my attachment style, because I have a fearful avoidant attachment style. And so with that attachment style, basically the person that I like kind of reminds me of like a parent or something, or like, you know, like a caregiver or somebody that is responsible for my needs. At the end of the day, I know I'm responsible for all my needs, but when you start entertaining other people, they can start becoming a part of your needs if that person is supposed to like become your boyfriend or the person you're dating, and you know, they're not doing certain things that you kind of need them to do. And so anyways, for me, whenever that switch goes off and my attachment style gets activated, I don't even like to say I start acting, because it's not like I'm literally acting like this on purpose. Like I just start behaving like this because this is what my nervous system is used to. I'm used to having to do a lot to sustain my needs getting met and stuff, or like I'm used to having to be really in tune with like how somebody's feeling and making sure I don't like cross a line or something. And so whenever that switch gets turned on and it seems like I like somebody, I start really hyper analyzing everything I do. And it's not all just romantic either, because I think I had talked about this in a couple of vlogs, like a long time ago, in some vlogs like way back when, where I really start analyzing everything I've done. I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong to anybody or whatever. And like saying this out loud sounds mad. You're thinking you did something wrong. Like, what could you have done wrong? Like, exactly, I don't know. But it's like, I'm so used to just feeling like something's wrong and I've got to like get it back to where it's supposed to be right again. It's just crazy though, because when I'm by myself and alone, I don't feel like this usually. But as soon as like I get around certain people, I don't know, like a switch goes off and I start just that fight or flight, that cognitive dissonance, that not knowing what to do, that confusion, that uncertainty. And it's very frustrating, and I've literally discussed this so many times. And like, that's what having anxiety is. It's literally like that constant, like that fear of like the rejection, the abandonment, but also the wanting to be close. And that brings me to my next point, which is my fear of intimacy. Like, I literally have a fear of intimacy. Like, as much as I want to be, and I've kind of started talking about this, but it's like, as much as I want to be close to a man, I don't know. It's like, I feel like low-key I be self-sabotaging things. Okay, y'all, so what I'm gonna do is just put everything on and then try to finish out, because it's really been a long time and I've been talking and I haven't really gotten anywhere. Hey y'all, so I finished my makeup. Let me get my phone because we need to finish this video. Yeah, so I need to finish this video because I think I was at the point where my makeup was pretty much done, but I couldn't just like finish talking. So to finish up with the dating anxiety, I just feel like with the dating anxiety, out of nowhere, because what anxiety is just like fear and a lot of uncomfortable feelings. So for me, you know, I start getting really anxious about what I need to do. What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? And I start doing this thing where I start trying to mind read people. Like, I'm like, oh, they're starting to do this, I need to start doing this, instead of just asking a question. And then because of that, that makes me have issues like communicating, because at that point now it's like, I can't even communicate what I'm trying to say. And that's another thing. I have trouble communicating my emotions to men that I like specifically. Like, if it was a guy, then like I wouldn't care to try to figure out what I need to say, because I would just be like, you know what, it is what it is. But when I actually like somebody, it's really hard for me to communicate my literal feelings and just actually open up and be vulnerable. Like, every time I'm vulnerable, I feel like I'm doing something really like bad, or I shouldn't be doing this. And that's really bad, because to have a healthy relationship, or to like even date somebody healthily, you have to just be able to open up and be transparent about certain things, and it shouldn't be a big deal. I mentioned this in my last Chit Chat, how I think there's like a level of like balance that can, you know, transpire, so that you're being open, but you're not oversharing. And that's another thing. Sometimes I struggle with like oversharing. I don't know. Sometimes I really just don't know if like the stuff I'm saying to somebody might be considered too much for them. Like, I don't know. So yeah, with the fear of intimacy, you know, there's that feeling of fearing being abandoned. So because I'm scared of being abandoned, I don't feel fully comfortable opening up all the way, because if you're gonna leave me, why the hell would I tell you anything about myself? But you can't not be open if you're trying to, you know, like I just said, date healthily and be in a relationship eventually. So I really need to tackle that. I've also spoken about, you know, having struggles communicating my actual desires and my emotions, you know, that being vulnerable. And this also just comes from not growing up with like the right role models to see what's healthy and right. I don't have any examples that I can say that I've seen over the years. Like, that's a good example of a strong relationship. I've only ever heard of like, you know, these people and like, you know, our society, you know, these like public figures, when they talk about the relationship, you're like, oh, okay. But like, I didn't grow up seeing what a man and a woman in a healthy, happy, I don't want to say happy, but like just a healthy relationship. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. I didn't see it. I don't know what that's like. I have an idea of how it should go, but it's hard to overcome that when you don't even have somebody to like work on that with. You feel me? Overall, you know, with these fears that I have, you know, the dating anxiety overall, and I know this is true for men as well, it's just like at the end of the day, we are all as people trying to find acceptance, trying to find love. We're trying to find community in people, and I don't have that fully. It's difficult to build, it's difficult to cultivate that at times, because when you aren't letting go and when you're not really being open, when you meet people, you're not gonna feel that connection. You're not gonna feel strongly connected to them. And I do struggle to feel connected to people, because I feel like sometimes maybe I'm just too different, but you know, that may not be the case. You know, you gotta actually talk to people to see. And I don't know, just overall, like anytime I have to try to explain this to somebody, or just when I'm saying this out loud to me, it sounds crazy to me. When I hear it, I'm just like, this kind of sounds crazy, but like this is literally my reality though. Like, and I need to do better at not saying it sounds crazy, because I could be adding to the stigma of like the mental health crisis surrounding anxiety. Because if I'm saying this sounds crazy out loud, I mean, it does though. It sounds irrational. That's another thing about anxiety. It's very irrational. Like the decisions I make based on when I start acting out of fear and all the other things, it can kind of be irrational, because you're trying to be so in control of something. But at the end of the day, it's like I can't control anything. I really have to learn to just let things be. And I struggle with that. And it's so crazy to me, because literally like 2 years ago, when I was my most confident and I just felt the most positive about myself, like in 2021. I don't know what happened in 2021 where I was really like, nobody can't tell me nothing. Like I was really just there with myself, and I'm trying to get back to that, but like in 2023. And so I don't know, baby. I don't. And we're not even gonna talk about how that's missing. Like, hating ass hoe, I swear. But I didn't really cover all of what I needed to cover, especially with the anxiety stuff. I feel like there's definitely more I could have added, but I know I'm on a limited time crunch, and I'm not trying to drag it out too much. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if anybody has related to what I have said or shared, or you want me to, you know, talk more about anything, just leave a comment. I will. I'm most likely gonna be filming another chit chat, because I can keep talking. Like, I don't have any other videos to get out beside a chit chat, get ready with me, or a vlog. Maybe I could do an outfit of the day. I don't know. But yeah, like, thank y'all so much for watching. Of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave my handle on the screen. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye. And I really feel so cute too. So yeah.